Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is a revisit to one of my favourite challenges. So don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So I have tried again to see if I can live on £10 a week for my food budget. And I've been to Lidl. So I've done two. One of them has got the most views I've ever had on my channel. So I've done one of these already and it was at Aldi. And I'll leave a link below to that. But this time I've done this at Lidl. And this is what I have come up with. This is what it looks like as a whole. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the meals that I've got planned for the week. And then I'll share the cost at the end. So an easy one to show you first is breakfast. So I've gone with Lidl's own version of Shreddies. Now, I had gone into the shop intending to buy porridge oats. However, these were cheaper and I feel like actually they're kind of quicker to do and easier, and I really like Shreddies anyway. And I went for whole milk. Now, I wouldn't normally buy whole milk, but I figured that I can either water it down if I need to, or if I don't need to do that anyway, it's slightly better. It might make me fuller for longer because it's full fat rather than semi-skim, which is what I'd normally use. So this is what I've got planned for breakfast for the next 7 days. So for lunch, I decided to get some bread, peanut butter and bananas. So I really like peanut butter on toast anyway. And yes, the bread's not ideal. However, I do feel like this will be fairly filling. And so in terms of lunchtime, 2 slices of toast with peanut butter and a banana on the side kind of fills a hole in that respect. And so I'm quite happy with this. And also, I feel like I should have, so there's 7 bananas in this, they come in packs of 7, and I should have some peanut butter left over at the end of this as well. So I'm clearly not going to eat a whole jar of peanut butter in 1 week. So yeah, so that is my lunch. I'm quite like I say, I have peanut butter on toast fairly regularly anyway. I often have it for breakfast, and so this isn't too far from what I'd eat anyway. I'm just having it for a different meal of the day. Now, this is where it doesn't look like very much, and I'm slightly anxious about this. This is what I've got for tea time. So there are 8 chicken drumsticks in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them slowly with the chopped tomatoes. So then all the chicken juices will run into the tomatoes and make a really lovely sauce, and have that with the spaghetti. I was going to buy normal pasta, but spaghetti was much cheaper, so I've got spaghetti instead. And that will do, if I have 2 chicken drumsticks, that's 4 meals of that. I've then got 2 tins of spaghetti hoops, and I'm going to have them on 2 slices of toast from the bread that I shared at lunchtime. That should be enough of that. Now, I am conscious of the fact that there's tomatoes, yes, but there's no other veg. Now, I'd normally have, if I make kind of pasta-based things, I normally try and put more vegetables in that than that. And so I am slightly, it's not going to be particularly overly exciting to eat. However, chicken in the tomato sauce with spaghetti is lovely. I'd have garlic in there and onions. I'd maybe put in some spinach if I had it. And yeah, it'd just be a bit more, there'd just be more to it. However, on this I didn't. And I like chicken. It's fairly versatile. It'll fill a hole as well. And that is what I managed to buy for that. Spaghetti hoops on toast. So the thing that I'm lacking here for that is butter on toast. However, I figured that because it's in a sauce, I won't miss it that much, even though if I was going to have beans on toast. Now, I was going to buy that as well, but then when I got there, spaghetti hoops are cheaper than beans, which is why I've gone for spaghetti hoops this time. But I am definitely missing the butter from this aspect. But again, it'll fill a hole and be fairly tasty. I don't mind spaghetti hoops on toast. I just normally have butter on my toast to begin with. So snacks-wise, I've gone for some tortilla chips as some crisps. They were, I think, 59 pence, and they are a fairly sizable bag. I could have those with my lunch as well, although I've kind of put them in the snack option, but it could be for either. And then I saw these. Again, I'd gone into the shop with the idea that I might get some chocolate digestives. However, these chocolate orange creams were cheaper than the chocolate digestives. Now, I'm someone who really likes like a bit of a sweet treat at some point during the day, often about 3 o'clock when I'm getting tired. And I figured that they sound really yummy. They'll be really nice to have as a little pick-me-up, especially like, say, about 3 o'clock when I'm starting to get tired and a bit fed up of the day. I figured that would be nice. And again, they were cheaper than the digestives that I'd originally planned to get in my kind of shopping list. But I was kind of conscious of the budget. Now, talking of the budget, all of this combined, so all of the things that I've got, bearing in mind, there should be some bread left over, there'll definitely be some cereal left over and some peanut butter. This all came to £9.19. So I was massively under my £10 budget. I could have got some extra vegetables or maybe some different fruit. I could have got a couple of apples or maybe a couple of baking potatoes. However, the point of this was to show that you could eat for under £10 a week. Now, the glaringly obvious thing here when I talk about that is the fact that with these things, I obviously have not got enough fruit and veg to fill in the 5 a day, nowhere near it. In fact, the only things, I've got bananas and I've got chopped tomatoes. They're the only 2 fruit and vegetable items I have in the whole thing. Now, with the extra 80p that I could have spent, I could have even bought some tinned vegetables. They're often cheaper as well than fresh vegetables. Something else that could have bulked out that in hindsight. However, it does show that if you don't have a lot to spend, you can get by on a very small food budget. I wouldn't say this is the most exciting meal, £10 a week challenge, as in the meals, especially the chicken, might get a bit repetitive. It'll be tasty. It's not exciting because, like I say, I'd normally add more things to a pasta sauce if I make one. It's not an exciting process particularly, and I feel that it'll be interesting at the end of the week to see if I am more hungry than usual. I definitely tend to eat more fruit and veg, and also I would have things like, so obviously butter on toast and things like that, just the little extras that when you have a budget of £10, it just doesn't fit in there. So I'm looking forward to trying these. I've not had these before ever. They look really yummy. And I am looking forward to the challenge. It went really well last time. I have picked things that I would generally eat anyway, just obviously maybe slightly less. I will have to be mindful of not running out of milk either, because I only got a small milk. I should have got a bigger milk really, but again, I was trying to be really mindful of that budget and keeping it down. So that is my Eat for £10 a week challenge at Lidl this time. Like I said, I've done one before at Aldi, and I'll leave a link below to that. It was a long time ago, to be fair now. I think it was 5 years ago. So it's interesting that 5 years later, you can still kind of get under that budget line. Although actually thinking about it, I think I've got fairly similar things. I am a creature of habit when it comes to food, to be fair. I do tend to eat the same things. Not having tried these biscuits, to be fair, which look amazing, but I have done this before. And like I say, I think the easiest option for this is to buy things that I know I like and things that I'll eat so that I don't waste anything. And then how I found it last time was I'd eat kind of normal times, but I then go to bed early because I feel like sometimes I often have fruit for pudding and I've got nothing for puddings at any point during the week. Oh, do you know what I could have bought? I could have bought a tin of rice pudding. That's what I should have bought. Anyway, I didn't, but I am massively under budget. So yeah, so this is my Eat for £10 a week challenge at Lidl this time. So let me know down below in the comments, do you think I've made correct choices for this? Like I say, I went in with a couple of other things in mind and then changed my mind whilst I was there because the things I bought are cheaper. Do you think I've made good decisions? Do you think that I'm going to be hungry? Because I am conscious of that. The breakfasts, normal. Lunches would normally have peanut butter on toast for lunch, but I'm totally fine with that, especially with the banana on the side. That is fine. Teas, I'm worried that might get slightly repetitive, and I like to vary things. I'm not someone who has the same tea for that many nights in a row anyway. But yeah, let me know down below what you think of my choices. Would you have chosen the same things? What would you have chosen, especially for lunchtime? I really struggle at lunchtime because I'm at work anyway, and I'm not really a sandwich person. I'm not the biggest fan of sandwiches, and so I tend to struggle with what to eat at lunchtime anyway. So then in Italians like this, I've gone for something that I think is quick and easy and I will enjoy the process of eating. But yeah, so let me know down below what you would have chosen and what you think of my choices for this. And yeah, this is my Eat for £10. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you again for another video very soon.